The area I discovered was dense, not much more than pines and a running river, the sound of the river itself drowning out any ambient noises from the nature surrounding me. Well aware I was in dense bear country, I pushed forward, however. My primary motivation was the site I had discovered, in one of the most peculiar canyons while using Google Earth. It is barely visible from the satellite images you are seeing. Although, if you pay close attention, I myself did notice plenty of signs in the soil and surrounding tree cover of some human interaction. I became nearly certain something existed in this remote corner of wilderness the more I viewed this image. Following the river into the canyon, I discovered my first indication that I was certainly onto something. It is unknown to me why this rock formation appears so symmetrical and deliberate. Coming out of nowhere, a small clearing along the river. Nonetheless, it's here, and it certainly let me know something lay ahead. And, unbeknownst to me, something alive was calling this place home as well. I was setting out to discover in the backcountry. Forest is super dense back here, and this is part of the find, but it's spooky in its own way. And Greta found something here. Look at this scat. See the hair in it? It's very fresh. So, something's been up here. You can see right here, that looks pretty darn fresh. Still flies on it. I don't know what this is. It's guts. It's something's intestine. So this is a kill pile from something. Get out of there. This little clearing looks like something roots around in it. You see all these marks? I'm thinking it's a coyote, but you never know what you're going to encounter. We shouldn't be too far ahead from what I discovered. Grass is deep. Swampy. Come on. Get out of there. So we're right up on it, and it looks relatively new. I don't know what to make of this. Check this out. Holy cow. Looks like it's still completely intact. Look at the weather vane right there. You might not be able to see it, but there's an actual weather vane There's a wood stove. The heck this is. And something like this. There's a sign on the door. I'm going to gradually move forward. This is pretty far out here. And there's definitely activity today. Look at this. Check that out. There's actually firewood here. That looks semi-fresh. Look at these old skis. Wow. These are old backcountry skis. Still up here. Easy now. This is the weather vane that I was talking about. You can kind of see it right now, but it was up here. Now before I open that, I just want to make sure nothing's calling this home. Look at this old wood stove. Right up here. This is a crazy spot. This is like undisturbed peak mountain man. Look at the tub. That's a fire burning tub. Easy now. This is what I hear things in. There's pack rats or what. And the door's not wide open enough for anything. Yeah, right here. You can see a bear's been back here. See that? Those are all bear scratches. For sure, bear scratches. Yeller! So, some sort of bears here, and I keep hearing knocking, and I found those guts. The droppings definitely aren't bear, but you can tell one hangs out back here. Whoa, grouse. That's maybe what I heard. Outhouse. That grouse is still up in this tree. But yeah, you can see it's frequents it. Those are pretty pronounced. That's not anything but a bear that's been tearing this out. And you can see he's worked on several different spots. This is most likely a 3 to 4 year old black bear. I mean, you see the claws. They're kind of close. It looks like a juvenile was messing around. But he got through this pretty well. So what we're gonna do is open this door and hope for the best, because that is where I was hearing things, and the bear kind of confirmed it. There's a whole setup up here. Okay, there's a bed. Buckets and paint. And plenty of nails. So some of this is relatively new. This is a very old bed frame, as you can see. I think it's brass even. There are tons of webs, but I'm not sure what's in here. Wow. Wow. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful painting. A lot of beer grates here. And there's some plastic chairs. This is a really nice cabin here. Look at these kind of lever action bear-proof doors on here. And there's a big window as well. This is well crafted. I mean, you could be in this too. You could move the wood stove in this and be in here. This is even stone. Oh, that's steel, sheet metal. But interesting, really interesting. I couldn't shut that, even if I wanted. Oh yeah, I am just over the moon here with this discovery. This is something I've never seen before in my life like this, and I'm bypassing things, so bear with me guys, because this is something really special. You can see a garden hose right here, and you'd start your fire right under this tub, and you'd have an alpine bath, heat drawn bath from creek water. There are some regulators here and a reducer. Easy does it now, girl. You're so full of energy. You're getting me all worked up about what's poking around us. See if there's anything else kind of in the surrounding area. Really cool. So this is the hose, and I reckon if we follow it, we'll get to some sort of spring. So this is a real deal mountain man cabin. No kidding. This is the real deal. Right here. This is the spring. See this? It's not running, but it definitely is the spring water system. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna head to this because I know there's something around me. I can feel it. There's an animal around me right now. And I don't get that feeling a lot, but there's some sort of an animal watching me as I'm here within hearing right now. Check that out. That's to cover the flashing for the stovepipe. An old wooden ladder. But let's check out that cabin now. Let's see what sort of craziness is there. Come on. Look at this. This here is a flower pot out of an old propane tank, it looks like, or possibly a hot water heater of some sort. I see those a lot in the places we go. So it does appear there is some running water or something going on here. Let's take a look. Okay, so we'll leave that here and remember how that works. Look at this. This is bear damage too. Again, see, he's ripped off the bottom of that door. Wow. This says do not move wash bin. It's been a while since someone's been in here. Really interesting. And you can see, so I don't know if this is bear damage or just natural occurrence. This is covered up here. And some of this looks pretty new. Oh, awesome. There's fresh firewood. And this is insulated pretty darn well, because even with me in here, when I entered here, it was hot. It felt hot. So this is a winter kind of thing, I think. Yeah. Wow. Check that out. So the wood stove's disconnected. And that'll still fire up. You just have to attach the flue here. Looks like there were two. You can tell just by the floorboards, this is actually pretty darn old. You see this in a lot of old farmhouses and whatnot. This is old floorboards. Curious what may be in here. nothing because the bear problem, which makes sense, but I don't know how long ago, because I'm getting covered in cobwebs right now, how long ago someone was actually in here. It's pretty cool. Look at this. This is a mounted can opener. Can you believe that? So this is just another thing of the nostalgia. When we go find old things that I love so much, it brings you back to a time when everyone thought that was the end of canned goods, right? Now we have pull tabs or pull tops, but someone crafted it, put it into an assembly line, and created this for mass consumer use because that was the times, you know what I mean? And it's always interesting to see these because you'd be hard pressed to go over to anyone's house and see it unless it's your old folks or, you know, someone who kind of enjoys the knick-knack of having something like this. Like, it's not mainstream any longer. So I just find these little inventions and things people did back in the day awesome. That looks like a paper towel holder, some sort of a, rack system. Really cool. How cool is that? Nothing here to tell me though how long this has been up or what, but really awesome, huh? How special. Let's see what we got here. If there's even anything. No medical. There's an ashtray. Have a ciggy and hang out here. Oh, here we go. Please keep clean. Try to replace what you use. Wow. How cool is that? That's really cool. I bet you there are so many wild memories in a place like this where it was an actual trapper's cabin. That's what I'm getting from this, that this old thing was part of the early West, and someone came by and kept maintaining it, and it never went to waste. This was a project in itself, if you look at it. Really fantastic. Really fantastic area. So, to utilize this tub effectively, I think you'd have to come here during spring runoff. Because that little spring's dried up right now. And look at this. Just like a little makeshift fire storage to kind of keep the snow out and rain out. So this is your absolute use firewood. Really fantastic specimen here. It's all mortared. But it's a great cabin. Oh, I didn't look at this. I want to know what that is. What that pipe system is here. What we actually have going on with that. There's no way there's actual water, right? Well, that's on. That valve's open. So there's some sort of Pete's. What do you call it? Jeez. Hold on here, guys. There's some sort of a containment system that whether it's buried or it actually is flowing from the spring, and there's some sort of a diverter that goes through here, and it's a buried water line that they use to establish some water. It has a brass fitting on it and a little valve, so it's not that old. Whoever kind of put some time into that. But let's get a look around the perimeter of this and just appreciate it for a minute. So this is your outside the cabin here. Oh, this whole backside's covered in tar paper of some sorts. This must be where you get the strongest wind or has the most issues as far as keeping things insulated and dry. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Really fantastic place. This weather vane is super neat. Super neat. What was this? I'm not sure. Pretty interesting though to see this. Right? Wow. Yeah, this was super cool. I'm glad I got to show you guys. Just another little find up in the mountains, and I'm really smitten with this one. It's a beautiful cabin. You can really get a feeling for it too. It's got good energy, but there's definitely a bear that lives around here. That would be quite the nuisance until you get him under wraps. Needs a mouthful of bear spray, and I'll probably leave your dwelling alone. But you never know when you do that. Really cool. Really cool. Alright guys, this was another day up into the mountains. A little shorter video, but I wanted to get right to the site and show you, as I'm burning daylight right now and I still got to drive down the mountain. But I'm glad to show you this beautiful piece of history and how things can still be left nice in the woods if we're all good stewards of the land and respect our passions and don't get someone who thinks this is a bad idea or wrong to enjoy the wilderness. But anyways, thank you so much, and I hope you're having a good day, and I appreciate your time. Thank you, and I'll see you on down the trail on the next one. Thanks guys.